Darvel and Darryl Lloyd grew up in the shadow of Mount Adams. By the age of 10, the fraternal twins had climbed their backyard mountain, and they haven't stopped exploring the Northwest since.
He's always been my best friend as long as he could tolerate
We
it.
had some incredible trips together.
Oh, yeah.
This is just
yeah.
another one. We didn't get into the Wallowa Mountains until we were getting up in the years.
Yeah.
By the time we got over here to this beautiful area.
This is going to be another one of these great trips.
A few weeks ago, the 69-year-olds made a 35-mile backpack trip into the Wallowa Mountains. This journey had a specific focus. They were searching for one particular rare and ancient tree, a limberpine on Cusick Mountain, a tree that just might be the oldest living thing in Oregon.
We're pushing 70 now and
69 and something.
3/4. When Everest was first climbed in 53, that we were 10 years old. So, boy, I mean, National Geographics were all over the house. And
we
so,
had this fantastic trip to the Swiss Alps.
oh, yeah.
That was a
To be
really-
able to hike amongst those famous mountains,
Yeah.
that was fantastic. So that was, what, just a couple of years ago, 2010. We definitely crave wild areas. The more wild, the better we like it.
I caught up with the Lloyds at McBride Campground near the town of Halfway. From our campsite, we shared our excitement about the tree and began to plot our adventure. We fell asleep under a brilliant blanket of stars in a forest so devoid of people that it felt like we had the entire world to ourselves.
Tomorrow morning we're going to be hitting the trail. We're going to try to find this this incredible, the oldest tree in Oregon. It's a limber pine, and it's supposed to be 2,000 to 3,000 years old. It's going to be tough. This is a steep mountainside, this tree, and Cusick Mountain is no easy hike either up to the top. So it'll be fun.
Yep.
In the morning, we began our backpack from Summit Point Trailhead. Wildflowers and butterflies added color and movement to the landscape. Camp was 7 miles down the trail, halfway to our destination. After dinner, we watched the sun set on Granite Peak, its rugged edges appearing to smooth under the moon.
When I can't hike again, I think it'll be time to cash it in.
I want to just keep hiking forever, but it doesn't have to be in search of a particular tree.
Our second day on the trail took us beneath Red Mountain, past the clear water of Cliff Creek, and through large, open meadows. Birds of prey soared over us, fresh deer and elk tracks marked our path. We spotted one of Cusick's peaks just before fording the South Fork of the Imnaha River. We followed the trail to the base of Cusick Mountain.
It's been 14 hard miles of backpacking getting here. I'll make it to the tree come hell or high water, but I also hope to make the top of Cusick Mountain. It'll be over 3,000 vertical on steep, unrelenting terrain.
We dropped our packs in the edge of a forest. We had set a camp later. It was time to look for the tree. After much consulting of maps and photographs, the brothers spotted the limberpine with Darvel's field glasses.
Yeah, I see it. I see that sucker.
Oh, yes.
And then, but we have to climb that ridge.
Oh, God, yeah, it just jumps out at you. And now I can see it even without my
But we have to
glasses.
go way up.
We were too far away to see detail, but this tree was unmistakable.
I got to look at it through Darvel's binoculars, and my God, it's an awesome tree. Oh man, I can't wait to get up there.
Our eyes hung on the limberpine, ancient even in Lewis and Clark's time, probably robust when Columbus sailed to the New World. This tree had stories.
That tree is well over 2,000 years, probably close to 3,000. It's probably, most of the trunk has been dead for, who knows, maybe 1,000 years, just gradually dying, and just has that one sliver of life left.
Cusick is one of Oregon's most remote mountains. Its white and gray limestone make it unique to the eye and touch. From a distance, Cusick's summits seem bald and empty, but up close, wildflowers and lichen bring life to the rock and dust. It's a tricky mountain with multiple false summits, and in places it's so steep that a dependable foothold is impossible. The limberpine is under a lip on one of the steepest pitches of the mountain. The ground falls away here sharply. The tree is not massive, but it is commanding. Its center is hollow after years of rotting away, so we'll never know exactly how old it is. In spite of untold years in the harshest of conditions, one of its limbs is still alive and producing cones.
God, what a tree!
That's incredible.
Oh, man!
The thin live strip just sort of spirals up.
Healthy cones!
Darvel is first to reach the tree, walk in a circle around the base, and wonder if this pine was around for the birth of Jesus. The personality of the tree eventually steers us away from trying to age or rank it. Filled with its charm and proof of life lived, we enjoy being in the presence of something truly ancient.
Wow. Wow, what a day. It was a tough day. It was tougher than I thought it would be. But it was well worth it. It was the rewards were just incredible up there.
It's much more than I thought it would be. Photos don't do it. It's a magnificent, awesome tree. The living section of the bark that curls around and around up to this beautiful crown that is still so vital and producing cones. That's an experience of a lifetime, especially being an Oregonian, because so few of those in this state and so old.
Walking away, Darvel encourages his brother to bring a pine cone. "It'll give you a long life," he says.